Hey everybody, Bat Tracy.
And Lexstyle here.
Back again for Would You Spend Day With Tim Allen?
What did you forget what it's called?
DVD/Blu-ray collection update number 35.
We should have
First off, randomly found this digital code. It's the trilogy for the Back to the Future. It's the Back to the Future trilogy digital code. Don't know if it's expired or not. So if anyone wants that, just comment down below and you can have it. The whole trilogy, all 3 movies. So the first one, picked this up from St. Vinny's. It's a thrift store. Actually bought it for our dad. It's absolute zero.
Thank you, buy it for
no warning, no time, no escape. Miami's never been so cold. He likes these types of movies. He even told me, he goes, when you file all that stack, he goes, leave that one out for me when I watch it.
I think
it's like a sci-fi channel movie. He loves them.
I think, obviously we make videos for the viewers, but I think videos like these, the updates, are really just so we know what we have.
Yeah,
especially for me. For me, it's like, I forgot you mentioned we bought this.
Absolute zero?
Yeah, you only mentioned the one time, and then I started talking about Kelvin, and I lost. I guess if we, they're American, so if you switch the word, Celsius, Fahrenheit, I can't remember the word.
Convert?
Yeah, if you convert to Kelvin, you lose Americans, so I lost them when we were talking about Kelvin.
If you remember last update, or 2 updates, or 3 updates ago, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're doing these at the end of every month now. This is technically the end of April's, even though this is like a couple days into May. But that's what we're going to do now.
Oh.
It's not weekly. So
Okay.
It's too much. It's too much. Anyway, so if you remember, we got Badasses on the Bayou.
I thought we've had that forever.
No. And then I picked up Badass 2, Badasses. Turns out Badasses on the Bayou is the 3rd. It's a trilogy. And there's a first one just called Badass. So we got to find that one now. Didn't even know about it. But
Not to be confused with Badass.
But it's $3 at Big Lots. So next up, this was the first Dollar Tree just put out new movies.
Yeah.
I think last week,
whatever
a few
day
days
you
ago.
want. Monday, Tuesday, happy days.
But so this was one of them that they had out, Best Night Ever, which I remember when this came out and I wanted to see it. So I'm actually excited to watch this. It came with a digital code, but it was expired in 2016, so I'm not gonna get that one out.
Be one of those internet guys. They still work after they expire.
Next, this is one we owned on DVD, and now we've upgraded to Blu-ray because I found it with a slip. And that's The Blind Slide right there, which he doesn't think is a good movie.
Oh, I hate it.
But it's certified fresh, so. And it's got the
So
seal of approval.
boring.
It's a good movie, though. The part where he blocks the arm bag, the airbag, with his arm.
Yeah, but mainly it's just him walking down sidewalks with Sandra Bullock, be like, you could do more. And then I remember they have the one scene at the dinner table, and her husband's like, I don't actually remember this how it goes down, but I remember her husband being racist. And he's like, why is he
Tim
here?
Graw?
Yeah, I remember him
He's
being...
not racist.
I think he is in the movie. I remember him being like, why do we have a black person here? Oh, no. I only watched it once, never again.
Well, next up, this is a movie I've wanted to see for a long time because it has 0% Rotten Tomatoes, but I ended up loving it. And this was on clearance for $1.25 at Big Lots. That's Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. I thought this was hilarious, and I really enjoyed it, even though I understand why people hate it.
Oh, that was John Goodman on the back. Hey, Bat.
Yeah.
Do you know who wrote and directed Cemetery Junction?
Yeah, it was Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
Cool. So now we have Cemetery Junction on DVD. Never heard of this movie, but Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant wrote and directed.
It was one of the Dollar Tree pickups.
Yes. Oh, Peter Travers. The next one we have on Blu-ray, just Blu-ray? Yeah, just Blu-ray, is A Charlie Brown Christmas with a sweet slipcover with the,
I don't even know what you call it. It's like snow.
It's like this,
glitter.
You
it's
use
like glitter
it,
snow.
you use it at wintertime for fake snow. It covers up, includes a bonus Peanuts TV special.
It's even embossed on the back.
Yep.
It's shiny.
Back. This is normal.
It doesn't come with the digital code.
I bet the disc has glitter on it. The disc doesn't have glitter on it.
That'd be stupid.
That's
It does have it right there.
This next one is one that,
it's near and dear to our hearts.
we should have bought this one
Years ago.
Now it seems like a joke now because we always joke about, oh, we love this one and it's a piece of crap. But we should have bought this honestly at the start of our collecting. This is season 1 of Danvers. Probably my favorite animated TV show of all time.
And it's Flash when you think about it.
Yeah. I want to ask the question. I just remembered we're doing comment questions every video or whatever.
Yeah.
Question for you and for you guys. Answer in the comments below. Who do you think is angry? If you've seen Danvers, if you haven't, buy it. It was, how much was this? $7.99?
It was like under $10.
Amazon under $10. Go check this out. You can watch them in any order.
It is very quotable.
Because everything, like the first episode is Halloween, the next one's like...
No, the first episode's the Wolfman.
Yeah, it takes place on Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes to like May, I think. So you really don't need to follow anything, like any order. You can just always go into it. Very quotable, very funny. Just it makes you the quick quips, the small, and they're always like
Bye,
quiet
Chris.
too. The bye Chris, which watch. There are ones where he'll say it like quieter, and it's just really funny. It's like
It's got Curtis Armstrong and Dave Foley and Paige Brewster.
I don't know Michael Gross, Meredith Baxter, Tom Kenny, Mark Hamill, and
Michael Gross. Right? Is that what you just
I said Michael Gross.
Next up, we owned this one on DVD and picked up the Blu-ray because I got this for $3. No, actually, I think this one was $10 at Big Lots. But it came with the slipcover and 3 bonus movies. That's Despicable Me, plus the 3 bonus movies.
And it came with a digital code.
Yeah, the digital code. So if you want the digital code for that, there it is. Just comment down below.
So this next one
Picked up from Dollar Tree.
is Dollar Tree pickup. Shout out to my girlfriend Iman, who, after she watches it, this will probably be her favorite movie ever. This is Dino Dan, Trek's Adventures, Dino Busters.
What is this? Is it a TV show?
It's like a non-fiction. I read the back. It's very not descriptive. Join the junior dinosaur expert Trek Henderson as he imagines dinosaurs into the real world.
It's 90 minutes.
In the real world Dino Busters edition, there's no comma there, and there should be. When his friends come over, Trek tells them the story of a haunted house, which turns out to not have ghosts, but instead have dinosaurs. Who you gonna call? Dino Busters. Enjoy 6 more dino-rific adventures with Trek and friends.
And that's why it's Dino Dan Trek's Adventures.
His name's Trek.
I thought there were so many names to this. Like Dino Dan Trek Adventures, or Dino Dan Trek's, Dino Dan Adventures.
I don't get the
Busters.
Dino Dan part because it's Trek's Adventures, Dino Busters with bad. Can we just? I'm just gonna show it quick. Just pause on your screen right now and read that, and just look at all the punctuation errors because it's bad. There are like commas missing and stuff. So we have that now.
So next up, this is another from St. Vinny's, which I mainly only go there for TV shows and out of print stuff. But I hadn't gone there for like months.
And Absolute Zero.
Yeah. Because Dad literally, like, he pulled that off the shelf. He's like, oh, get this. Like, but found Eastbound and Down Season 2. I believe there's only 4 seasons of this. We already have the first one.
You watched all of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you would know.
That's why I think there's only 4. But there might be 5. I'm not 100%
Weren't they coming
sure.
back with it?
No.
No, making that.
And this is a hilarious show.
Will Ferrell
He's so
plays Ric
vulgar.
Flair.
Like,
I know that. Will Ferrell plays Ric Flair.
No, his name's not Ric Flair.
But he looks identical.
He looks like Ric Flair. His name's Ashley. Next up is another one me and my dad found at St. Penny's, and it's called Hard Rubbish.
British.
A very weird front cover there. But it won the Raw Nerve 2007... Oh, that might just be the company. I thought that was an award, so... But Hard Rubbish. It says, Nicole is 11, and at that age when anything a parent does is devastatingly embarrassing. And it doesn't help that her parents actually are embarrassing. I read that and went, oh, this sounds cool. Mom has just caused total disaster by interrupting the school day to hand-deliver Nicole's lunchbox to her. Dad is insisting on a weekend fishing trip despite the fact that his daughter is a vegetarian. Her younger sister Samantha is in a world of her own and offering Nicole fashion advice. Nicole's had enough. Is there anything you've been wanting to put out with the Hard Rubbish?
That sounds like the British Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, I knew it was British when Mum.
Well, it's called Hard Rubbish. Rubbish
rubbish.
is the British word for trash.
Yeah. It's rubbish. So next up, this is one of my favorite movies. If you didn't know, we are seeing 52 movies this year.
We
week.
actually might go over how we're on track,
but
which is fine. 55.
I've technically seen one extra, but
I think we're technically because I said
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so this
you already
I think
know what it is.
was our first or second.
This is like our fourth.
It was a real early one that we went to. But that's Hostels with Christian Bale, Rosamund Pike, and Wes Studi.
We talked about it like on the podcast since.
Yeah, I think we might even did a.
We didn't do a review of it.
Oh,
we might have mentioned it in a video though.
He thinks it's boring.
No, okay. It's a good movie, and it was written by Sean something.
It was written.
I should still be.
Oh, it was written for the screen and directed by Scott Cooper.
So Scott Cooper.
Oh, Ben Foster's in this too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool.
Was his name Scott
Cooper?
Scott Cooper is an amazing writer. He's a terrible director. So everyone in the movie. I thought
the directing was great.
Everyone in the movie.
The cinematography was beautiful.
The cinematography is good. Everyone in the movie has mustaches, and you can't hear a single word through the mustaches. And he kept talking about it. So I think we've talked about it in videos before. You find that video, it's both of us just ranting about how bad the movie is. Because it sucked because you couldn't hear anything. So now he goes and he watches it back with subtitles, and he's like, dude, it's one of the best made films ever made. He's like, it's incredible. He's like, it's like, that's because you watch it with subtitles. And then he comes up, he's like, dude, so you couldn't understand it. Now with subtitles, the guy has mesothelioma.
And that's a spoiler, so.
It's the sixth movie we saw. We saw it on February 13th.
The week before we saw Black Panther.
Yeah. The week after we saw Bucky and the Squirrels. So, really out of those three movies, you can obviously tell what the worst one was.
That's hard for me.
But
I'd probably have to pick. This would be the least likely to rewatch. Because it's very hard to rewatch.
Because you can't understand a word.
But it's very moving. Oh, and also, very powerful. We have the digital code for that. He said it, though.
What's his name? Herschel. Herschel from Walking Dead is in it.
Yeah. He's a dick.
So, this next one, you had, never heard of?
I've never heard of it.
Which is really weird.
Because Franco's in it.
I didn't know Franco was in it. I knew Michael Shannon and Chris Evans were in it, and I knew Ray Liotta was. I hate Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta is great if you're making a movie where someone needs to play a gangster or a mobster or a tough guy.
How many movies?
Then you're like, oh, who do I cast in that? Ray Liotta, because he's the only believable.
Ray Liotta just has the weirdest face to be an actor, and then
he never looks that old.
Every role I've ever seen him in, it opens with him he smiles his first scene, and then he instantly cuts to a deep face, and then he's just kind of dark. I will say I will be watching a Ray Liotta movie soon because he was in the remake for Suddenly. This is The Iceman, by the way, on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So he had never heard of it. I've known about it for years. I think since I found out about who Michael Shannon was. I think it was after I saw Man of Steel, and I read up on Michael Shannon, and I was like, oh, The Iceman. I never watched it.
I think this one didn't come with a digital either.
Yeah. So, I was actually just reading.
I really like the slip on this, though.
It's a bigger movie. You guys have probably heard of it. Because I know I was just watching an Ellen clip with Chris Evans, and she was talking about the Iceman. It was for Civil War, I believe, and she was talking about the Iceman. So it's a bigger movie of his. He enjoyed it.
The weirdo that works at Dollar Tree. When I bought this is the only movie he commented on. Not Dino Dan Trek's Adventures, not anything else. But this one, he goes, "Oh, he said, that's a violent movie. They swear a lot in it, and he kills people." So.
Thanks, weird Dollar Tree guy. The weirdo at Dollar Tree. He's probably our biggest fan, because we're local, and he's like, no.
They come into my store every week.
I think he would have recognized us if he was a big... He's like, Nervy, you're Pat Tracy. You're buying this. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch you talk about it. No, you can take that.
Oh, you said you wanted to talk
about
it.
No, I said I wanted to take that.
Okay. Next up is based on a true story. It was a perfect crime until they got away with it.
That was Jason
That
Bateman.
doesn't make any sense, but
It was the perfect time.
It was the perfect crime until they got away with it.
Well, you'll have to watch it.
Kidnapping Mr. Heineken.
I like how you thought
with
that was
Jim Sturgis, Sam Worthington, Ryan Quanton, and Anthony Hopkins, who's old as fuck.
Who's on the spine.
I don't really have a lot to say about this one.
It's funny how you read it. You're like, our next one is based on a true story. It was the perfect crime until they got away with the kidnapping Mr. Heineken. Very quick. That's Sam Worthington, not Jason Bateman. I thought it was Jason Bateman at first glance.
What movie is Sam Worthington? Is he in Avatar?
Okay. Avatar. And
who's the guy in Terminator's Genesis? Not Genesis, Salvation.
That's Christian Bale.
No, the other guy though.
That might
Sam something. Is it Sam Worthington?
It might be Sam Worthington. He was big, remember? Avatar.
Yeah, and for no reason. So this one, didn't even know this movie existed. He's never even heard of the first.
What?
You know what actor's in the first?
It's Hulk Hogan.
No,
it's Arnie.
Yeah.
What do you mean I didn't know this movie existed.
Kindergarten Cop 2.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
With Dolph Lundgren.
And Bill Bellamy.
It's not Bill Bellamy. Oh,
yeah,
it is. It's Bill Bellamy.
Dolph Lundgren or Bill Bellamy.
I don't know who Bill Bellamy is.
I think we've passed this up a few times at Dollar Tree, too.
No, this was one of the new ones.
Look how classic Jason Bateman smile that is.
Yeah, and he's got weird scruff. He's got, like, Michael Bluth scruff. You
Well,
haven't even showed the movie.
Yeah, I know. I hate when I don't think people should be allowed to have beard down here. Because you don't have anything else, so you can have it. But if you have a full beard here, why rock this? It looks bad. This is the longest week, not to be confused with the week of, which just came out on Netflix.
Which is pretty good.
It's got Jenny Slate, Olivia Wilde, Billy Crudup, and Jason Bateman.
The week of, though.
So it shows Olivia Wilde.
Sandler.
Jenny Slate is first billed, but it shows Olivia Wilde twice, because that's both Olivia Wilde, right? Look at the eyeliner. Because that's not Jenny Slate.
No, yeah.
So they bill her first, and then they show Olivia Wilde twice. Billy Crudup, I'm pretty sure, is Justin Trudeau. Jenny Slate's not even on the back.
Next is another Dollar Tree one. I got this because it has an insane cast, and it's like 60-something% Rotten Tomatoes, so it's actually a decent film. And this is Lime Life with a Y. Lime Life. But look at this. It's got Alec Baldwin, Kieran Culkin, Rory Culkin, Jill Hennessy, Timothy Hutton, Cynthia Nixon, and Emma Roberts. And Kieran Culkin, you know him from Scott Pilgrim as Scott Pilgrim's boyfriend. Or roommate, I meant. And then he's also...
Evan Peters was his roommate.
No. And then he's also in movie 43 in the scene where he works in the grocery store with Emma Stone.
Oh, wait. Black-haired guy?
Yeah.
He's from Paperman. Paperman.
Oh, is he in Paperman too?
Yeah, I remember he's the...
Oh.
Because Jeff Bridges sees Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then Emma Stone, she's the girl now, right?
Yeah.
She sees him, and then he does stuff to himself. But this movie could be described as, like, ordinary people meets Little Miss Sunshine. It's quite extraordinary.
So this is a movie you talked me out of buying the first time at Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
But then I went back and bought it anyways.
Well, I mean, the entire title of the movie can't even fit in one font size across them.
Yeah, and it's exactly the Harry Potter font.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a cash grab. But it's based on the best-selling book, so... But I bought this because it has Dominic Monaghan in it. And it's Molly Moon and the Incredible Book of Hypnotism. Harry Potter font based on the best-selling book. So this is basically Harry Potter with a female lead.
And Dominic
Molly
Monaghan.
Moon.
I bet Dominic Monaghan plays...
He's got a mustache.
He has always had facial hair, though. Dominic Monaghan needs to do more.
He's in The Day. That was a good
But
movie.
that was years ago.
And he died so early. We have the digital code for this if you didn't show. So, if you want that, comment down below. This next one is one our dad bought for us.
Best disc ever. No, he bought it for you. Like, he told me, he said, come up here, I have something for you. And I got upstairs and he goes, do you think your brother will like this? I went, yeah, he will. What'd you get me? He goes, nothing, I just wanted to show you this. It's like, well...
It looks absolutely terrible.
The disc
I mean,
is
look
great.
at it.
Yeah,
Looks like garbage.
It's real.
I looked it up. Its IMDb page has like nothing. Like this is Night of the Sharks. Look at how it looks. Just like Photoshop. Like this is like
disc.
This is like $1.
Here, wait.
Well, hold on. But look at it's pixelized. His face.
Let me
bland.
Here, let me take the disc. Yeah.
Here's the back. It just looks like it's
I'll
slapdashed.
take the disc.
Treat Williams stars as a man on the run from the mob for stealing their diamonds. The mob boss somehow finds out he lives in a small coastal Mexican town, sends a few goons to get him. He also sends his ex-wife to convince him to give up the gems. None of these plans are effective, as the mobsters are fooled and beaten up by Williams, or eaten by sharks.
This is rated R.
Yeah.
So show them the cover. There's the disc, which I think is my favorite disc I've ever seen. It's 100 minutes. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, man, that was too good. Shark movies, man.
It's not even a shark movie.
You only
It's
disliked
an
like
action
one
thriller.
shark movie.
Well, this is a Dollar Tree pickup that my dad made me get. 'Cause he likes these action movies.
I
these
like
weird
Nicole
ones.
Kidman.
It's got Nicole Kidman and George Clooney as the Peacemaker. Never heard of it before. Didn't know it was a movie. But there was a Dollar Tree,
This is
so
a bad cover.
we own it. It's better than Night of the Sharks. But I will admit, George Clooney has that weird, like,
Yeah, but
oh, me face.
look at how, like, you can tell, like, they're on a...
It's a real 90s movie.
They're on a green screen, and you can tell that the fire is fake. Is it from the 90s? It's from 97. I really like...
Did they have green screens back then? I feel like everything in the 90s was shot on a backlot.
With the swimming pool.
Yeah,
to
it's
play
just
the
like a
ocean.
backlot. Like, I'm imagining the backlot from Warner Brothers back in action.
Yeah.
Where you just got the Batmobile for some reason is just always there. Because they're always working on a
It's
Batman
always
movie.
there. It's at the start they're working
but
on the
it's
Batman movie.
It's this Batmobile. So, in 2001.
It was before, wasn't it?
No, the movie came out in 2001.
How?
Or 2003, maybe.
Yeah, because the first
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo was out in 2002, and they talk about how he's not going to mess up the sequel. That's my favorite part.
So 6 years after this movie tanked. Oh, I just realized they can't see what I'm pointing to. We had the VHS of Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin right here.
I love how we're talking about George Clooney.
Yeah.
Like, we just segued into it. I like Nicole Kidman and Bewitched.
This next one I saw in theaters this year, and this is my extra one that doesn't count towards the 52 that we're seeing together. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually just watched it again tonight, and that is Peter Rabbit.
Would you ever sneeze into the wall like Andy does in Parks and
No.
Rec? Leave that in. Because I've been laughing in the background, and if anyone's wondering what it was, because I like almost had a sneeze. I was like, I want to lean towards the wall and just sneeze against the wall.
So anyways, ignoring him
Digital
completely,
code.
Peter Rabbit, very silly movie. Also the slipcover, super loose, so I kind of have to hold it. But it's a very silly, fun movie, and it also comes with an all-new Peter Rabbit mini movie, which I did not watch. So it's rated PG. Take your kids to it, and also
You can't take your kids to it.
no,
It's out on
take your
Blu-ray.
kids to it, and also.
Oh, you're gonna tell the story?
There's a weird allergy joke in this movie, and Sony got a ton of flack for it. But there's a digital code if you want it.
It's this digital code. You probably want it. It is the best fan I've ever had out of paper. It's very soothing. This next one is
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah, Hubble Blub. We're out of alphabetical order. We forgot about it. Hubble Blub on Blu-ray. This is one of my favorite top 3 drama films, maybe top 5.
Probably my favorite Adam Sandler film.
It's my favorite Adam Sandler film, maybe besides 8 Crazy Nights.
That's a good movie.
It's a really good
I want
movie.
to watch that tonight.
It's regarded as like the worst animated
I know.
movie of all
People
time.
hate
It's
it.
like, well,
but people hate Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah,
Literally,
they're
even his
good.
good ones, people are like, "That's a dumb movie." Like Mr. Deeds
Yeah.
has like 30% Rotten Tomatoes.
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison are the only good ones
Yeah.
for people. Big Daddy, I think people
That's
like.
my boy. People hate that movie with a passion
Yeah.
because there's incest in it
Is
and
there?
all this. Yes, and all this and underage people having sex and all this weird or
Well,
pedophilia and all this weird
Pixels-
stuff. But it's hilarious.
It was funny because I remember
Pixels. That's a good movie too.
when
People hate
Pixels.
that.
I remember opening
It's got Peter Dinklage.
I remember-
the Dink.
opening weekend.
Pete Dink.
Opening weekend of
Dinks.
shut up. Opening weekend of Pixels.
Dinks with an X.
Opening weekend of Pixels. The reviews were really good for it, and then Monday
Oh, come
hit.
on. Dink dong. Dink dong.
Monday.
Do.
Monday hit.
I am fully grown. How about you?
It's terrible. Monday hit and like reviews started coming out, ignore the reviews you've seen this past weekend. This movie sucks. Speaking of 8 Crazy Weeks,
We just totally got on another tangent.
well, I want to talk about 8 Crazy
Yeah,
Nights,
yeah.
and we start talking about Peter Dinklage.
The Dinks.
See, Iman is Jewish.
Yeah.
And so I told her, I was like, there's going to be a tradition that every Hanukkah we're going to watch 8 Crazy Nights all 8 nights in a row. I was like, I
We'll
don't
watch
know.
The Week Up.
What?
It's very Jew.
I was
It's
like,
a very Jew movie.
or
even Sandy Wexler.
They really capitalize on the Jew-black demographic in The Week Of.
Yeah.
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 But
It's
like,
not a stereotypical...
But I was like, I don't get how you Jewish people already don't watch 8 Crazy Nights all 8 nights of Hanukkah. I mean, I listen to the Hanukkah song on Hanukkah, and I'm white. Wait, that is not... Oh, wait, this is Reign Over Me, one of the greatest movies of all time. The only flaw in this movie is Don Cheadle, but
he's amazing.
He's pretty good in it. So, if you didn't know, Adam Sandler
Take your shoes off.
Adam Sandler slept naked in college. Very sad, like right off the bat. At the end, everything's very
Mel Brooks
sad.
stuff is funny though. There's a lot of comedy in this.
Jada Pinkett Smith, that's who that is.
Picked this up from St. Phineas because
This is
I mean,
nonfiction?
yeah, it's an actual documentary.
Danny DeVito?
Or,
I
thought it said.
thought it said narrated by Danny DeVito. It's like
anyway, it's Shark Divers, 4 programs. It's got Shark Divers, Shark Business, which is, if you don't know this, it's a bunch of sharks in business suits planning how they're going to take over the world, and then they realize we can't breathe outside water. We'll never take over the humans, and the other sharks are like, "You're right, man. Business concluded."
If I ever meet a kid that has
it's like a reggae shark.
If I ever meet a kid that has cancer and they haven't used their Make-A-Wish yet, we'll be like, listen, name your price. Your Make-A-Wish is going to be Danny DeVito narrating a shark movie. Because that would be hilarious.
It's got whale sharks,
I don't know why he didn't do
gentle
March of the
giants,
Penguins.
and Giants of San Benedicto. I don't know, but it's from Mill Creek Entertainment. You guys know those if you
Yeah, we have some Mill Creek, don't they?
Yeah, Mill Creek releases
They
a
sent
lot
you
of
some stuff.
They release a lot of like Gross Anatomy is one.
Oh.
They release a lot of the weirder stuff. They do these like bisexual, or they do the a lot of the double packs, or they put out a lot of weird like Civil War documentaries and just like random stuff. They have the weirdest collection of stuff. But I love Mill Creek, and if you guys see this, send me shit and I'll review it because I love your company.
Who's that Civil War guy?
Ken Burns.
Yeah, Ken Burns. Does he work for Mill Creek? This next one I can talk about.
I'll talk about the movie because I actually love this movie.
Yeah, but I know this movie, but I also want to talk about the digital code. So show the movie first because I want to show. So this
is Shoot 'Em Up.
Shoot 'Em
It's
Up.
an incredible movie you haven't seen. It's a real fun action movie. He's like he's a hired hitman, and he's always chewing carrots the whole movie because you know the saying that if you eat carrots it makes your vision better.
It's false.
It's false, I know,
They made
but
that up.
it works great in the movie. And there's also a scene where he stabs a guy through the eye with a carrot, and I love it.
So pull up this thing. Now, I think a lot of people could probably agree that is one of the coolest fonts you've ever seen on a movie. Well, the digital code has not so good of a font, but we also do have a digital code, obviously.
You know what this has as one of the special features? The red band trailer.
Oh.
And the theatrical trailer. There's one special feature everything should have.
Yeah, trailer.
Trailer.
What's your guess? No, hold on, pull it back up. I feel like it has like an 87%.
This movie?
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
I think it's like 72. Critic score.
Pull it up.
I think it's like mid.
Overboard has a 31%.
Yeah, Overboard. Did it go up? It was at 14.
Oh, it's at 31. What's this movie called? Shoot 'Em Up?
Shoot 'Em Up, yeah. I think it's late 60s to mid 70s.
Is that old?
No, I mean the score. The critic score.
2007. 67. So
movie.
Shoot 'Em Up, cool font, not on the digital, but we have the digital, so hit us up.
And I wish this would have came with a slipcover, because the DVD slipcover for this is amazing. Also, I will say for the digital code for this one, actually, it expired on 3/3/18, so March 3rd this year. But people always say, "Oh, give out the digital code even if it expired." So I'm letting you guys know ahead of time that this one is expired. But everybody always tells me that they always still work. So if you want
get screwed on Back to the Future, come back for that, and they get screwed on that. So this is the 5th Tremors, Tremors 5.
And this is a return
That's how they
to
work.
form. Even though this isn't as good as the first three, but this is way better than the fourth.
Oh,
So let's get it out there. The fourth one sucks.
it's called Bloodlines. I guess it's a spoiler why it's called Bloodlines. So it's
It's called
letters.
Bloodlines because they are father and son.
Oh, see, I thought
That's
that was
not
a spoiler.
released, like, revealed to the end, but it's
That's why I said it's a spoiler.
not even a spoiler because they released that about the movie before it came out. Like,
Oh.
they told us that. But, and then also it's
Feel
called
this.
Bloodlines.
Did you know this?
Yeah, it's embossed. Because the Tremors in this, the Graboids, it's the last of their bloodline. So they're, like, trying to protect their last Graboid egg. So I don't know how that sets up the sixth one, but...
Well, the 6th one.
And the sixth one's not even called 6 anymore.
What is it?
It's just a cold day in hell.
So we have a digital
And-
code. Whoa.
Also, the Tremors TV series that I think Sci-Fi was going to be working on it, and Kevin Bacon was going to be in it. That got canceled. It's not happening.
Really?
So hopefully Kevin Bacon comes back to do Tremors 7. That'd be awesome. If they could get Val, or Fred Ward, Kevin Bacon, and Michael Grosshall.
What's Fred Ward from besides Tremors?
I don't know.
Okay.
You'd know him, but
Well, I've seen the first Tremors.
Yeah.
I should rewatch them. I never got around to seeing the sequel, and I'd be so confused.
second's good. The third's also good. It's
People
just
don't like it, right?
No.
People like it.
The
just
first
looks
three
bad.
are certified fresh.
Oh.
But
It just looks bad.
yeah, the audience score is pretty low on the second and third, and also the CGI in the third looks goofy. But so next up we got this on Blu-ray, and I'm already kind of regretting buying it because it's stupid. I paid $5 for this.
Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised you bought that. You went, oh, it was just something cool to have.
Yeah, but then I opened it and we found out what the case is, which we'll show you.
No, I don't remember that part.
Oh, well, you'll find out again. So this is Turbo on Blu-ray. We have this on DVD, actually, but...
Did we?
Yeah, we never opened it. It was still
News
sealed.
to me.
So, this was only $5, and I was like, whoa, it's a cool box. Like, kind of like the Lego one we have, yeah. So I was like, oh, I'll get that. And it's got this little pullback racer car. Yeah, pullback racer. It's like the one you pull it back and goes...
Well, it's turbo pullback.
Yeah.
Not a car. It's turbo.
You can see it there. But, so yeah, it's just the cardboard box, and it's got the race in there. But so I opened it, checked the movie, and first time I've ever seen this. Didn't know they made Blu-rays like this. It's a skinny case. So I was very disappointed. I was like, this is stupid. So now I kind of want to buy the movie again on Blu-ray to get a big case, to put the big case in here. Because, like, literally, this just...
You might see us.
Yeah.
Back with turbo, I guess.
And I think, the digital, that's why I can't give out the digital code. It's got one of the DVD hard copies. So you need to put the disc in.
Maybe.
Which is always lame. I don't understand
But if
that.
we get a second copy of Turbo, maybe we'll send it out.
I already threw the code away, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought the code was on the disc.
No.
So you have to put the disc in then?
Yeah, you put the disc, because the disc is also the DVD edition. So you put the disc in your CD-ROM, and you transfer the code to your PC, if you will. You want to talk about this one? Or
No,
me?
you watched it and loved it.
I don't love it at all. It's a terrible movie.
Why did you
I
like
watched
it?
this on Netflix. It's fine. It's fine. It's a passable movie. It's an okay Western. It's a steampunk movie. It's sci-fi. It's so weird. There's a mechanical 8-foot spider at the end, or 8-story tall
What president
spider.
is in it?
Kenneth Branagh has no legs. The president is...
Grant? No.
I don't remember.
Kenneth
Ted
Branagh.
Levine, I think. Anyway, it's got
What?
Will Smith, Kevin Kline, Kenneth Branagh, and Salma Hayek. If you don't know what movie I'm talking about yet, it was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. He
still not gonna
used the goodwill that came with Men in Black, and he was like, I'm going to make this movie because when they were making Superman Lives, he wanted to put an
Kevin
8-story
Kline,
tall mechanical spider in the Superman movie, and that didn't happen. So when he got the chance to make this movie, he's like, I'm putting that spider in this movie, and this is Wild Wild West. And
So Kevin Kline plays Ulysses S. Grant.
no, Kevin Kline.
No.
Oh, does he?
Well, he turns into him, I guess.
Yeah. And then there
Opposed it.
is the spider right there, and this is a dumb
So
movie.
what's Superman movie? That was Superman Lives?
Superman Lives, yeah. And they really, if someone that works at Warner Brothers at the time really, really wanted a mechanical spider to be in a movie. And they were going to use it as the villain of the Superman movie. Like, at the end of the movie, that's what he was going to fight.
It would have been like
And-
Incredibles.
And that movie ended, So when he was making Wild Wild West, Barry Sonnenfeld, they were like, "Oh, you know what you should put? You should put this fucking spider in there." And just an 8-story
I
tall
didn't know he was
spider.
gonna make Superman Return or Superman Lives.
No, it was gonna be.
Oh, it wasn't him. They
no,
just
the
told
director.
him to
Yeah,
do it?
yeah. Someone that worked at Warner Brothers really had this idea that they were like, you know what we need.
What you now need? I'll take this one just to close
This
it
is
out.
this is the last one, guys. We've been recording for 52 minutes now. That's insane.
Oh my god, I wasted up so much time.
I know. I gotta.
This
edit
is Wonder Woman Commemorative Edition. That's not the movie name. It's just Wonder Woman.
It's Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's 2009 animated, which I also really want the standard edition Blu-ray, but I'll never find that with the slip. But I was very happy I found the commemorative with the slip. This came out last summer.
No, the cover is weird with this horny guy.
Have you seen this movie?
No.
Oh, I've only seen it once.
Parts.
In 2009 when it came out.
I think Ken was watching it once and I went over there. It's the 75 years of Wonder Woman. Just look how cool the back is. That guy looks really cool. I like him. Maybe I'll watch it just for that guy.
It's Steve Trevor.
Is it Steve Trevor?
Yeah.
Cocky.
It's a very cool slip, though. Did you show off the shine?
I did. I was playing with it before while you were
definitely
talking about it. So all of our movies are going to be embossed. Black to the Castle, be embossed.
Yeah. No, Black to the Castle, I want just black. Like, I envision, like, the Force
Black.
Awakens cover.
Do you like stuff that's
Black
like
to the
solid
Castle.
black?
Yeah.
You know, like, let me just name some
Dated
examples.
Nation.
Like Batman, you know?
Yeah.
His suit.
I
is
like his
solid
suit
black.
when it's solid black more so than the gray.
Let's say, you know, the away uniforms of the Platuska sperms, you know, just to name a few.
Anywho,
Can't wait for that.
so let's just end this video. As always,
If you've never done this before, it doesn't feel good, so don't try it.
feels alright for me.
As always,
I'm Bad Tracy.
I'm Lex Dahl.
You can follow me on Twitter,
And
Instagram, and Snapchat, and maybe LinkedIn.
Do you have a LinkedIn?
I don't have a LinkedIn.
You had a Foursquare at one point.
I had a Foursquare, and I thought it was cool, and then I was like, this is pretty dumb.
I checked in.
It's all Bat Tracy 01.
I
It's
checked
right
in
there.
at
Yours
KFC.
is...
My Instagram's straight at JTSTrick. My Twitter is at IdiotDoll.
It's all in the description below. You can click it.
Doesn't it come on screen too?
Sometimes if I feel like it, other times I'm lazy. You'll realize that I'm a slacker. Subscribe to us. Make sure you subscribe.
Like, favorite, your choice.
Yeah, and share this with anybody that likes movies, because I think we're at 75 subscribers.
Yeah.
I really do want to
Last time I
hit
checked.
100.
By the month.
Maybe
By
by the
our
end
1
of the
year.
year.
Our 1 year's coming up. It's the end of this month.
I don't know. I'm watching all these other channels that do Blu-ray shit just skyrocketing. And we've been here for a year, and I feel like we gotta get out there.
May
So
26th.
subscribe to us. Share with your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your mom about us.
I mean, your mom knows about us,
Yeah.
but
So
we did your mom.
make sure you subscribe if this is your
Your
first time
mom
watching.
subscribe.
Thanks for watching. This was probably a really long
Let's
video.
get that T-shirt. Your mom subscribes to WYSADWTA.
It is a good shirt,
That's
actually.
a really good shirt.
Yeah.
She does. All of your moms. You guys don't subscribe. Just 75 moms. Just 75
Mom,
moms.
are you subscribed?
They
to the
gather
Blu-ray
up.
Channel?
They replaced book club with WYSADWTA Club.
Those WYSADWTA boys.
Those damn WYSADWTA boys. I've been Lex Dahl. I
I've
don't
been
think I ever
Matt
said
Tracy.
it. He said that already. We'll see you next time. Well, we usually say key to music,
Oh.
and then we have to spin.
Ah, it's so good that time.
Hold on,
Okay.
well, this box is in my way, so I'm gonna have to, like, jump away.
Yeah, okay. Cue the music. After credits, high five. Oh.
It sucked.
Yeah, it did. And your face was super, like, in frame. Okay, bye.